Welcome back, my love, to another video. I am so excited you're here. In this video, I'm going to take you step by step on how to use the exact blueprint so that you can heal your masculine energy, get in touch with your body, with your feminine energy, and become so incredibly magnetic. Now, I want you to like, comment, share this video with someone that needs to hear it because I want to share this work with the world. And if you're wanting to know how to exactly use the science to rewire your brain and regulate and your nervous system, rewire your body so that you can manifest with ease and in lightning speed the money, the love that you desire, head to the link in the bottom where I will take you step by step through my neural manifestation framework from A to Z so that you can get incredible results in 90 days or less. So let's get straight into it. Now, the first thing that you need to know when it comes to getting back in touch with your body, healing that masculine shield, becoming so magnetic, is that you need to understand that we all have certain wounds that we picked up from a very young age, that we were taught on how to operate in this world. And when we go on this journey, and when you go on this journey and you realize that it is actually very exhausting, that it's out of your true nature as a woman to work like a man, everything changes. Knowing that men and women work very differently because men have 24-hour cycles, women have 28-day cycles. On top of that, we have more estrogen, progesterone. So the way our biology is in comparison to a man is completely different. On top of that, men and women are wired psychologically very, very differently. We have certain strengths that men don't have, and that men have certain strengths that we don't have. And one of them that men do have is to go out and make money and conquer the world. Now, women also have the ability to do that because we can do everything. We're super women. But to the extent of our health and how well we can do it better when we are with a team, when there is a man executing these desires that we have for us. So first of all, I want you to understand that you got to heal your masculine energy. So what I mean by that is we all have masculine and feminine energies. Both of us, men and women, have masculine and feminine. Now, as a woman, because of our hormones in our body, we tend to have more feminine energy. We have wombs, which are connected to the spiritual realm, which allows souls to be materialized into the physical world. Now, that is incredibly powerful. We have a connection to the divine, which men don't. So that makes us much more nurturing, emotional. We are so much more loving. So it's so important that you understand when it comes to being a woman, we have certain strengths. Now, if you want to be in a relationship where you play more of that masculine role, you want to take the leader, you want to be a career woman, you want to be driven, you want to be respected in your thoughts and make all the decisions, wear the pants in the relationship, by all means, go ahead and do that. Then this video is not for you. But if you're exhausted from doing that and you realize that you want to come back to a natural way of being with much more flow, with much more ease, with your own nature, then continue watching. Because when you understand that both men and women hold masculine and feminine energies, doesn't matter if you're a man or woman, you understand that they're just different qualities. So understanding that when you want to tap more into your feminine energy, it's first healing your masculine energy. So what does that mean? Healing your masculine energy means being more in touch with your body, allowing yourself to get out of here and come back more into your body. Now, a lot of the times we operate from our mind and our head because it's like an inner critic, that inner dude, that inner masculine man that criticizes us for feeling in our body, for being in our body, for playing, for crying, for being emotional, for having desires. So typically, you would see this as either a parental figure that yelled at you, screamed at you for crying, for being emotional, or you had a parental figure that would only validate you based on your achievements and making sure that you had to work hard and that you were achieving a lot. So then they only validated you and gave you that recognition when you had good grades or when you did something. So it's very external, nothing to do with who you inherently are, because you are worthy just as you are. You don't need to do or be anything else more than just being alive and breathing oxygen. So when you realize that, you get to come back home more to yourself. Now, maybe you don't fully understand, or what I'm saying right now hasn't landed for you, because perhaps you're still operating from this masculine energy. And the reason we don't feel safe to be in our body and be in our feminine energy, it doesn't matter if you look prettier or you wear more dresses or you start to be softer in the way you speak or do your nails and do your makeup. What's most important is you do the healing inner work first, because maybe you've tried it like me and you put on all the external, you haven't done the internal work. So the internal work really looks like going back to all those different moments in your past where you didn't feel safe to feel your emotions. You didn't feel safe to just be yourself. Maybe you were criticized, maybe you were yelled at, and all those moments, and releasing it from your body. And you can do this either booking a session with myself, or you can do this through number of different healing modalities. Find one that really resonates and calls out to you, but within 60 minutes of a client and I, we are able to release that energy from the body. After healing your masculine energy, and I really healed my masculine energy just from realizing that I was always screamed at for crying and not being able to feel safe to feel my emotions. And so I had to operate in the world and do everything on my own. I isolated myself. I never asked for help or asked for support, because that was my way of realizing I had to survive. I had to live because no one was coming to save me. And it was really hard. Now I'm leaning more into asking for support, asking and realizing that the universe or God has got me no matter what, and I just have to allow it. We need masculine and feminine energy. We need masculine energy to take action. If you're running a business, you've got to build your business, create structure, have systems, so that your feminine can flow. But at the same time, you can't also be completely in your feminine, because then nothing gets done. You do have to have that balance of both, but have a good balance of both. I used to be too much in my masculine energy. That means I looked like I was competing with my partners. I was consistently placing my worth on my career and taking action, and my goals were just very driven for external validation as opposed to just knowing that I was already inherently worthy. So that is something that you have to look at. And when you heal that part of yourself and you become safe to connect into your body, a lot will change. And the more you do practices where you are connected into your body, whether that is meditation, whether that's somatic therapy, whether that is dancing, whether that is twerking, whether that is just crying, and whenever you feel you are present, you're truly present, and you can be really present with the people around you while you're eating, while you're walking, that's really when you are tapped into your feminine. You're completely in the now. Now that allows you to just flourish and just feel pleasure and allow yourself to thrive off of life. Have orgasms, really make sure that everything that you do is pleasurable, or find the pleasure in things. Like when you eat something, like taste the food and how good and the textures and how delicious it is and how much it salivates in your mouth. When someone compliments you, receive it with so much grace and just say thank you so much. When someone does something for you, or when you feel pleasure, or when like someone wants to buy something for you, when you go out in nature and you just slow down. Slowing down allows you to speed up. Feminine energy becomes so magnetic when you become also your very authentic self. When you are completely safe to be who you are and to be your authentic self, be fun, be weird, be silly, to dance and just to let go and to be more in flow, you are coming back home more to who you are. And the more authentic that you can be, the more magnetic it is, because people are drawn to that. People are like, what is she on? I want a piece of that. That becomes so incredibly magnetic. The more you can be, the more magnetic you can be. that's on healing your masculine energy, and that does look like crying a lot or journaling a lot and getting clear on all those moments through hypnosis, which, by the way, I have all of these tools in the Rewire Your Manifestation program, which you can find in the link below, or you can also watch the free masterclass, which dives deeper on the neuromanifestation framework. But it's so important that you do this work and all the healing modalities, everything you need to know to get clear and rewire this old version of yourself so that you can become the new you. When you want to rewire these old belief systems, like I mentioned, it's all given to you in the Rewire Neuromanifestation course. And you want to get out a piece of paper, and you can do this together. So I'm going to give you some time, you can pause this video, get out a piece of paper, and I want you to write down. There's zero judgment here. No one's going to look at your piece of paper. I want you to focus and write down on your piece of paper everything that you believe around men, love, and dating. So you can write down all these beliefs that you have, or you can write down all these beliefs that you have around your masculine energy and your feminine energy. And I want you to get clear on after all these beliefs. So for example, you may believe that love and dating is really, really hard, that you need to chase someone, that you need to earn someone's love, that you don't trust men, that men aren't loyal, that you don't respect men, or love and dating are temporary, that true love is hard, that doesn't exist, that true love takes work, true love is painful, or there's non-committal men, or people cheat. What are your all beliefs? And write down all of them. And I'm getting you to do this exercise because this feminine masculine polarity, that if you want to take this into dating, is going to be really important. Because when you see what all your beliefs are on a piece of paper and ask yourself, where did all these beliefs come from? Literally get really curious, like Sherlock Holmes, with all of your beliefs, because I can guarantee you they're all like codings, like 0101s in the Matrix, where you've picked them up from society, the collective, your parents, your friends, your teachers, somewhere. And I want you to debunk them. Is it true? Is it fact, or is it familiar? Where did it come from? And why do I believe that? So when you got clear, or when you've written down all your beliefs, I want you to write down all your beliefs that in relation to you as well. So for me, it's really hard to find love. For me, it's really hard to be soft and feminine and a woman. For me, it's really hard to receive. I don't believe I'm the prize. What is it that you believe all in the negatives? And I want you to write it all down. And in relation to you, it's, for me, love and dating just doesn't work out. There's no good men out there, etc., etc. Like, what do you believe about all these different aspects? Now, when you see that you can cross them all off, all these limiting beliefs, I want you to reframe them. So next to all these old negative beliefs, I want you to write the counterframe. So for example, if your old belief was men don't want me, they don't commit to me, they don't cherish me, your new belief is men commit. I trust men. I respect men. I am loyal to, like, men are so amazing. Men are so incredible. Like, if you just change and reframe all these new beliefs, your life will start to drastically shift. And you can use the installation module in the Rewire Framework course, which I'll have it linked below, to install these new beliefs. You can do it with Psyche, with EFT, you can do it with all these different subconscious reprogramming modalities. So once you ingrain that into your brain and into your nervous system, then you'll feel safe to embody these new beliefs and this new identity. When you start to embody this new belief and new identity, you can start to take action towards that version of you that does feel safe to be a woman, to feel safe to be magnetic, to feel safe to just slow down and allow life to flow with her, to dance with life, and obviously take action, but to dance with life. We just want to have a healthy balance of both. Most of this society and the world, women are operating very strongly in their masculine energy and having to hustle and take action. But what tends to happen is, because it's a dance, the more we can step into our feminine energy, the more men feel safe to step into their masculine energy. And then the more we relax, because we're in their presence and they're strong and they're leading us and they protect and provide and cherish us, the more they step up, and then polarity creates attraction, and then you just have amazing relationships with men. You have amazing relationships with your counterpart, like your partner, and you feel this strong attraction, and you both support and guide each other, and it's like dance. Ever dance bachata or salsa? Realize that the man is the one leading and he's the one in his head, and the woman is the one flowing with life. So this is feminine and masculine energy. I want you to just see it that way. The feminine has to follow his lead and she flows with it, and it looks so incredibly beautiful. This is the dance of feminine and masculine energies, and we need each other, right? So I've tried dance woman and woman. It's quite I when I dance with my girlfriend bachata, it's so messy because we're both just flowing with the music. And same with a man and a man, they're both probably just like leading each other. It clashes. So when you have two men, you being in your masculine energy and him being in his masculine energy, you're clashing. Same with a feminine woman being with a feminine man. When you're more in your masculine energy as a woman, you tend to attract more feminine men that are laid back, that are emotional, and maybe they rely on you financially, or they don't have that drive. And we want to feel protected. As a woman, your inherent need is to feel safe, and men can provide that safety. They can provide that structure, that security, protection in a relationship. One time, a man that I was dating said to me, I would rather die than get my girlfriend to pay rent. He was listening to a podcast and they were talking about on the topic of why are there men? And they said that men are here to protect women. I couldn't agree with that more. Men are here to protect women. They're here to provide for women. They're here to make women feel safe and feel like these flowers and these beautiful little delicate things that obviously we now can run businesses and make millions of dollars and do way more than men. But when you're back at home in your personal space, allow the man to be a man and you just put your masculine aside. When you finish work, stop that and like soften in him. Don't nag him. You don't need to control him or be his mother. He already has a mother. He's not attracted to his mother. So he wants someone that is nurturing and supportive and can be his peace. What a man wants more than anything is for his woman to be his peace. So when he comes home, he's conquered the world. He wants a woman that is peaceful, is nurturing, that is supportive of him. That is it. And the more you realize that, the happier and the longer fulfilling relationships that you have. Now, it's so important that when you start to let go of these energies and you start to do the inner work and you start to heal, you also learn how to set boundaries and standards, because the more you set boundaries and standards for yourself, which will come naturally to you as you start doing this inner work, the more magnetic you become, because the more energy you start to have, the more you'll be able to pour into yourself, and the more you can pour into yourself, the more you can pour into others. So when I say boundaries and standards, you need to set a boundary when someone says something to you that doesn't feel quite good. For example, if you don't like kissing someone on a first date, or you don't feel comfortable with someone touching you, or if you don't have sex, for example, or if you don't feel comfortable getting your own taxi or your own Uber, then you have to voice those needs. Or if in your body, once you're super in tune with your body, you feel what feels good for you and what doesn't feel good for you. So if you feel like you've been lied to, for example, the other day I felt like I saw something where it could be interpreted that I was lied to, and instead of me keeping my mouth shut and just feeling like I've been lied to and just feeling that trigger, I addressed it straight away. I was like, hey, this is what I saw and it kind of triggered me, but I'm open to understand that this probably is a misunderstanding, so can you help me understand? And that's all I said. And it was obviously a misunderstanding, and it turned out to be exactly what I thought. It was a misunderstanding. But because I was able to voice how I felt and shared I wouldn't say it's a boundary, but being more communicative in feeling safe to do so, I got the response back like, wow, I just respect you 10 times more now. So it's so important that you set and you speak about what feels good for you and what doesn't feel good for you. Say no to people, places, or things that don't feel good for you. If you have a goal to run a business, or you have a goal to travel the world, or you have a goal to only hang out with people that don't drink alcohol or only are healthy, you have to say no to things that are not in alignment with you, because they're just not in alignment with you anymore. If you are out with someone and you don't see yourself drinking alcohol or doing drugs, then you got to say no by leaving the situation, being like, this isn't for me anymore. It doesn't feel good in my body. I'm not going to stay around for this, because this saves you time and energy, which is it's so much more precious than money, because money you can get back. Your time and energy, not really. Your time you can't get back, but your energy is also diamonds. Your energy is worth millions. So the more you treat yourself that way and you find out what is in alignment with you, you only take action towards the things that are in alignment with you, that feel really good to you, and therefore you can pour back into the world. So setting boundaries is so important. Saying no, but obviously not in a harsh way. You can say no very politely with a lot of love and with a smile. That way people actually respect you 10 times more. Then setting standards so that you know what it is that you want. Now, your standards are going to be so individual to you, because, for example, for me, I really value high quality things. So my furniture, my apartment, my food, all organic, everything has to be of high quality, because that makes me feel good and that makes me know that I have high standards. And the reason why I talk about this is like, everyone has different standards. Maybe for you, you don't mind to have something that's not organic, or that's not an apartment that is fully only furnished with high quality stuff, right? What are your standards? Because it's going to be very different to you. So I know for me, I love fine dining, I love luxury, I love being in places that make me feel really good, and I also like hiking, and I like doing things in nature, and I like cooking and doing all sorts of things, really. I enjoy the full spectrum of everything. You get to decide whether you go on this date or not. You get to decide whether you say yes to that thing or not. You always have a choice. And so if you don't think you don't have a choice, you can voice what it is that you want. And if that person wants to come up to your standards, then amazing. And if they don't, then the trash took itself out, okay? So you have to get clear on your standards and what it is that you want. And like I said, it's going to be very individual to you. I like nice things. I value nice things because it makes me feel good. And it also shows that I am of higher quality. Are you someone that has a higher standards? And if you do have higher standards, then you can bring the people up to you, or you just meet people that have those high standards like you do. And like attracts like, so you'll attract those people in your life naturally anyway, with ease. So you don't even need to go out and do anything. The fifth thing that I wanted to talk about was embodiment, meaning, okay, now that I am someone that is more in touch with my body, more feminine, I take care of my mind, I take care of my body, I eat really well, I drink a lot of water, I exercise 4 to 5 times a week, I take care of my hair, my skin, my nails, I take care of my emotional health. I'm like journaling and meditating every single day, and I see a therapist or have a mentor or coach. I have really amazing hobbies. I have amazing friends. Now, how would also that high version of me dress? How high version, that really feminine version, or that woman that I want to embody, that strong woman that is super in touch with her feminine energy, that is flowing through life, how does she act? How does she respond? And this does actually come naturally when you rewire your subconscious mind, and when you do the healing work anyway. You don't actually have to write down, this is how she is and I'm going to be her tomorrow. It comes naturally to you. It comes naturally that, I just feel like I really want to wear dresses. I just really want to make my hair look pretty today. I just love having red on my nails, or I just love doing my makeup because it feels really good to me. It comes naturally to you. You don't be like, I need to fucking put my makeup on right now because I have to, and it's just so tiring. That is kind of masculine. That's so exhausting for you. It will come naturally to you as you start to embody more of those feminine practices, because as within, so without. Your inner world will start to reflect your outer world. How you glow from the inside will start to glow on the outside. It just comes naturally, right? When I started reprogramming my subconscious to lose weight, I didn't I stopped counting calories. I stopped trying to force and the heavy weights, weightlifting 6 times a week, counting my macros and the protein intake and the freaking intermittent fasting. When I start eating and when I stopped eating, I literally just started eating intuitively. I ate whatever I wanted. I exercised way less, and I was doing Pilates because I loved Pilates and it was just so amazing for my body. And the weight just started coming off so quickly. And that's what I mean. You will naturally know what it is that you need to do, because when you start to do the first, inner work is everything. You have to heal that masculine part of you. And when you heal that masculine part of you, what will happen is that you start to feel safe to feel your emotions. You'll just start to feel safe to cry, to embody, to be in your body, to feel your emotions. So you can, stub your toe and then you're just like screaming, and you'll just cry for no reason and just allow yourself to cry and don't judge yourself for crying. That is really when you just allow yourself to be a child again. Allow yourself to be a child again. That's feminine energy. It's childlike, it's playful, it's fun, and it's beautiful, and people love that. It's so magnetic. That's why people love children, because they're just carefree. Okay, you can bring that carefree energy back into your life just from tapping more into your body and feeling safe. So how can you create that safety and security for yourself? If you don't have a man in your life, you can pretend that when you pay your bills, that a man is paying for your bills, or God is taking care of your bills. Every time you pay for food, thank you, God, for giving me this food. The more you can surrender everything to God and realize that it's not you don't own anything, it's all God's, because when you leave this earthly plane and this material plane, you won't take anything with you. So nothing is yours. Like, money is not yours. The material items that you have are not yours. Everything that you think you own is not yours. So really having that non-attachment to the material is also very magnetic itself. And then I want to mention the last thing, which I've just mentioned, which is surrendering to God, which is the letting go, the non-attachment, whenever an emotion comes up, doing nervous system regulation exercises. When you get triggered in your external world, like traffic or your boss or your friend said something to you, or maybe a man said something to you, you just get really triggered, and that's fine. You just have to regulate your nervous system. We are all human. Shit happens all the time. And the more you're able to bounce back into your homeostasis, bounce back into feeling at peace again, it's how fast you can be able to bounce back. That is your strength. That is going to be a huge gift in moving forward with life's challenges or the adversities of life. And it'll make life just so much more fun, realizing that we don't have to actually take anything so seriously. The only reason why we take anything so seriously is because we're so caught up in our emotions. So the more we learn how to regulate our emotions and be able to be a master of our emotions, which all of this, by the way, is in the Neuromanifestation course, the more you'll be able to master your life, this game of life, and create the life that feels really good for you, and create a life that you truly desire, that just feels like, oh, you're orgasming all the time. One thing I want to mention is that as a woman, we do have a lot of connection to pleasure, and orgasming is massive energy. It's like sexual life force energy. This energy you can use to create a baby, but you can also use to manifest. And if you have an orgasm a day, your skin glows differently. But not just an orgasm a day, not just a 10-minute hit it and quit it, but you really take time with yourself. You really explore all parts of your body. The more you explore all parts of your body, and you just have these incredible, mind-blowing experiences with yourself. I'm not joking. People on the street will consistently turn heads and look at you. People will ask you, what are you doing? Your skin is glowing. People will literally run up to you on the streets and ask for your number. You'll get stopped, and people, getting you little gifts or buying you your coffee or your meal. Honestly, you can become so magnetic just from understanding all these practices. And I'm so excited. Please go ahead and do all of them. Do every single one of them, right? Comment, share this with someone that needs it. And I would love to hear how you went. Please let me know in the comment section. every single thing that you experience or like that you did once you start healing all of this. And I'm so excited for you to drop more into your natural essence, make the money even that you desire, because orgasms will make you money. I love you so much, and I appreciate you for investing your time into this video, and then I will see you in the next one.